the work that you've done out of the window. So I think it's important to mention that. Inner anger can become destructive, and first it becomes self-destructive, and it has that tendency to to create a separation, and then also for us to have to wear a mask to pretend that we're not angry about something, to pretend that we're not actually experiencing a feeling other than everything is rainbows and sunshine. So anger comes from the place of Agan Granti, a place of the heart, and the blood and the circulation and the diaphragm. So on a physiological level, it's your circulatory system and your cardiovascular system that is impacted by anger that doesn't get expressed. And think about that for a moment. Like, you don't have to believe shit that I say, right? So think about that for a second. When you get angry, my heart rate goes up. Mm-hmm. I feel hot. My blood is pumping, okay? So I can acknowledge that, and I can allow that emotion to move and process and express, because if I don't, I'm squishing it and I'm creating a pressure cooker inside my body. And your heart is, in so many ways, in Kundalini, we think about it as the furnace of your body, and your furnace can be quite lovely. I mean, it's just barely cold out today, and I'm like, turn on the heat, start the wood stove. Like, why is the house cold? And everyone's like, it's not even actually fall yet, so we're not. My husband is like, we're not turning on the heat in September. And we love our furnace, we love our wood stove. It keeps us warm, and they can be dangerous, right? A wood stove, a furnace, can burn a house down if it isn't tended to, if it isn't cleaned, if it isn't cared for. Fire is powerful, okay? So it deserves space, respect, reverence, and an opportunity to fully express. So that's what we are doing in this Kriya today, is we are allowing that heat to rise up and express and move out. And it's a beautiful Kriya to do when you're not experiencing anger at all, because why not? It's like, it's like just a little maintenance. It's just a little maintenance. Maybe we actually get our oil change before the light comes on. Never do I do that, by the way. So I'm not speaking from personal experience. I assume some people actually do that. So it's just doing some maintenance. And when you are experiencing a lot of anger, there's a lot of change going on in the world right now. There's a lot of things to be reactive and angry about. Hold space for that anger. Bring your pissed offness at the world condition into this practice on purpose, so that you give it a sacred space to express. You give it an opportunity. You give it a little forum. It's like, I used to tell my children, you can have any feeling you want to have. You just aren't allowed to spew them all over everybody else. So if you would like to have a temper tantrum, by all means, go have a temper tantrum away from where everybody else is going to be impacted by that. You don't get to kick and scream and throw yourself on the floor in the middle of dinner time, unless you go upstairs and you do that in your room. So we're going to start lying down on our backs, but first we want to tune in, right?
Oh, yeah.
We didn't tune in.
No.
We've tuned in so many times today. We are so tuned in. We've lost track of our tuning in time. So let's tune in. Let's tune in. Bring hands to heart center. Create some heat. Press your thumbs into your thymus gland. Take a deep breath in and suspend the breath. Exhale completely. Inhale to tune in. Om Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adigude Name Jugadigude Name Sadigude Name Siddhi Gurudeve Name. Adigude Name Jugadigude Name Sadigude Name Siddhi Gurudeve Name. Adigude Name Jugadigude Name Sadigude Name Siddhi Gurudeve Name. Adigude Name Jugadigude Name Sadigude Name Siddhi Gurudeve Name. Okay, so now we will begin lying down on our backs. Arms at your sides, palms up. Your legs are slightly apart. So this Kriya, for all of its relieving of inner anger, it does get a little silly, just FYI. So in this first posture, you're going to pretend to snore. Pretend to snore. And I'm going to play some music. Snoring. Pretending to snore.
All the games they play, so uncommon. Living in there. All my life, games were they say. Song will they may sing. All
Alright, take a deep breath in. Place your palms face down underneath your glutes, underneath your sacrum. Lift your legs up 6 inches off of the floor and just hold. Hold. We're pressurizing the navel. We're just starting to create some balance in the inner anger in the body by creating a little bit of pressure in that navel point, your willpower. Because sometimes it's our stubbornness that holds on to anger. Sometimes we really are committed to that story that's making us angry and retelling that story to ourselves. So we're just really getting clear and balanced in that willpower. Is this something to hold and to process through the anger? Or is this maybe time for the story to go? And only you know what's true about that. Only you know what you're processing and moving through. Drawing the navel into the spine, getting really solid in your core, engaging the glutes, pulling your root lock up and in, lengthening and strengthening in the muscles of the legs to sustain this lifted leg pose. You're almost there, yogis. 15 more seconds. as you pull that navel in and really concentrate on the anger that is pulled there. Balance it out. Okay, release your legs down for a moment. Just to give your belly a break, your low back a break. And we're gonna come back into that posture. So placing your hands back underneath your sacrum, lifting up the legs. This time, tongue comes out, all the way out. Breath of fire. We won't do this long, and it is very powerful. So stay connected to the power of your navel. Thirty more seconds. Powerful breath of fire. This is so good for the immune system, by the way. Sticking your tongue out like this, doing breath of fire. Ten more seconds. 10 more seconds. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale and release. Well done. Well done. Staying in this lying down position, you're going to bring your legs up 90 degrees, up towards the ceiling or sky if you're outside. Toes come towards your nose so that your ankles are flexed. So keeping your legs up, your arms will be down on the ground at your sides, and you will begin to beat the ground with your hands, all the anger that you can draw out of the body and send into the ground, very intentionally, beating the ground. Now I have to tell Madigan to not go full tilt on this because she's bruised her hands in other Kriyas. So we have to mindfully beat the anger in, and thankfully we have a rug up here. So another studio, it was that hardwood floor, I think. Good, get it out. Into your chest, maybe rock side to side a little bit. Good. Coming back to stillness, keeping your knees curled in towards your chest. Wrapping your arms around, giving them a nice hug. Go ahead and stick your tongue out all the way again. So For this next part, you will inhale through your open mouth, exhale through your nose. Inhale through your open mouth, exhale through your nose. Release. What are you breathing out? And what are you inviting in? And where is the balance being created in your body? And then start to rock back and forth. It's coming up and lying back down, coming all the way up and lying back down. Come on up into your comfortable seat. Now let's start in rock pose. Technically, this next part of the Kriya, you will move your ankles out so that your sits bones can come down onto the floor. Now, if this isn't comfortable for your knees, you're gonna prop yourself up on a pillow. So just for reference, I would take my pillow and my feet are out so that my sits bones are grounded down, okay? And you can also sit in rock pose if bringing your heels out apart like that is not comfortable. Now, you're wrapping your arms around your chest like you're giving yourself a hug, right? So it's a nice tight hug. And in this position, you will bow forward, bringing your forehead all the way down to the floor, and then coming all the way back up. So we're going to continue that, bowing forward and coming all the way back up. Minute, it's nice and easeful, okay? You're just bowing and lifting at your own pace, bowing and lifting, allowing your third eye to touch the floor and release anything, and then drawing the energy back up, because it's all about that balance, prana apana. And now for the second half, the next full minute, you will bow and sit up as fast as you are able to, as fast as is healthy for your low back and your spine. So we're bowing and straightening, bowing and straightening. Suspend the breath, suspend the root lock, find your third eye gaze, and exhale. And come into a seated position with your legs stretched out in front of you. And all you're gonna do is start to beat all the parts of your legs and your feet and your arms with your open palms. So just keep shaking all that energy out. Whatever you can actually reach, maybe back on your kidneys, your low back, your hips, down Keep going, keep feeding all the parts. Keep going. Almost there. Bring this to a close. Just shake out your legs a little bit. So from here, you're going to come all the way up to stand, but then hinge forward at the hips in a flat back and just let your arms dangle. Okay, so your arms are dangling, your neck is extended, you're not looking forward, and you're also not tucking the chin. Okay, staying right here, you're just going to pause. Draw the navel up to the spine. Imagine that energy, that anger that you just stirred up is just dripping out of the body. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders, placing your hands underneath, lift the chest and heart up, finding Cobra Pose, a Cobra Pose that's accessible to your low back, so be mindful about that. Don't overarch, hold the posture. And your challenge would be to chant Guru Guru, Waheguru Guru, Ram Das Guru in Cobra Pose. singing.
Guru Ram Das Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru. Guru Ram Das Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru. Guru Ram Das Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru. Guru Ram Das Guru.
And pause. Inhale. Exhale. Release out of the posture. And then press all the way up into rock pose or sweet pose, easy seat, whatever is more comfortable for you. You're gonna bring your arms up in Sat Kriya pose. So allowing your arms to come all the way up, interlace the fingers, point over the crown of your head. One thumb is crossed over the other. Press your elbows into your ears. Deep breath in. Exhale completely. Sat Kriya. Sut, nam. 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 Sut, Nam, 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 Sut, Nam. Inhale. Suspend the breath. Mahaband. Root lock. In and up. Navel. Back. Chin slightly tucked. Engage all three bandhas. Exhale. Lie all the way down on your back.
Oh, my beloved, kindness of the heart, breath of life, I bow to. And I'm coming home. And I'm coming home. And I'm coming home. And I'm coming
Rub the palms of your hands together. Create some heat. Rub the bottoms of your feet together. And rock your body up into a comfortable seat. And bring your hands to heart center for long time sun and Satnam. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide